Woo! What a hate watch. What a hate watch of dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Real Madrid got absolutely by PSG. It was expected, right? It was expected. Everyone was expecting this to happen, people. Everyone was expecting it to happen. Honestly, for me, I'll be honest, I was expecting a fight. I was expecting a little bit of a fight on Real Madrid, but they just got bent over. Throughout that whole game, it was honestly incredible to watch because, like I mentioned, I attended the game, and obviously as a Barcelona fan, watching Real Madrid fans all around me cry and suffer with agony, watching as their team gets destroyed, pummeled. It's the best sight to see. You already know how I was feeling throughout that whole game. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, PSG defeated Real Madrid 4-0. Wow. Real Madrid just love getting scored on, don't they, man? 4-0, another 4-0 defeat, another high-scoring defeat. Wow. Is nothing going to change? Is nothing going to change? Did a change of a manager just not mean anything? Who knows? We'll see how the season goes. But yeah, PSG, wow, what a performance. What a performance from PSG. Like I said in my preview, I expected a fight. I expected a little bit of something for Real Madrid to go into this game and give a difficult match to PSG like Bayern did in the quarterfinals, but that's not anything close to what we got. Real Madrid, I don't understand what they were doing, what the game plan was. Maybe the likes of Huijsen and Trent not being there definitely affected it for sure. I would say Huijsen because looking at the mistakes that Raúl Asensio and Rudiger made, Huijsen's not doing that. And maybe Trent not being there as well definitely could have affected the game for sure for Real Madrid in a more positive way. But at the same time, this PSG side is just, whew, man, they're just incredible. When I was at the game where I was sitting, I could see how both teams were setting up, the formation that we're going with, how much they were changing throughout the game. It was really, really interesting to see and really cool to see at the same time. But PSG, bro, these guys just flow with the ball so easily, bro. It is so difficult to take the ball off of them. One guy in specific that I was enjoying throughout that whole match, every touch he made, like every half turn that he made, this guy is just incredible. These are the type of midfielders I love. And one guy I can compare him to as a Barcelona fan is Pedro Gonzalez. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Vini. Oh my God. It was beautiful watching him play football live. This guy, every time he got the ball, was just like, it looks like he moves slow, but he just moves so quick. Like you can't even catch up to him. You can't even predict what he's gonna do. He's so press resistant. He just gets away from everyone so easily. He opens up the play for the team. Like he just makes the ball flow from left to right. Like he makes the game look so easy for PSG. He is such an essential part of that midfield, and he had an incredible match. Like I said in the preview, that this midfield battle was going to be important to see who wins this match, who comes out on top, and PSG dominated it. Like Real Madrid didn't even put up a fight. Arda Güler, Bellingham, Valverde couldn't play in the midfield because he had to play on the right hand side because I'm not sure why Trent didn't play. I just saw before the match when we were driving to the game with some friends I was going with, we saw like an hour before the lineup dropped, like, oh, Trent has a setback. I don't know what that meant. Maybe an injury, who knows, but he didn't play. Federico Valverde played on the right. Maybe if he played in the midfield, it would have made a difference. Who knows? Because he's definitely that, beast in the midfield that would run for you and like go at the other opposition's midfield as well. But the likes of Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Arda Güler couldn't even touch the ball, couldn't sniff the ball, couldn't make any type of plays because Fabian, João Neves, to another amazing midfielder, Vitinha, every time they held onto the ball, Real Madrid couldn't get it off of them. And when Real Madrid would have the ball, PSG wouldn't allow them to do anything. But João Neves is another guy. Let me give him credit as well. This guy's a beast as well, bro. He runs for days. He's that beast in the midfield as well. He just runs, tackles, his physicality for such a small guy compared to the other big players. What an incredible player as well. And Fabian, I got to give him so much credit as well. Like his runs into the box, his late runs, he gets into the right positions at the right times, gets open for his teammates as well. Like this guy is a beast, bro. Honestly, that midfield battle, it wasn't even a battle. It was just a domination from PSG. Something pretty much everyone was saying before the match, especially Real Madrid fans, was that Dean Huijsen being out is a major miss for Real Madrid. A major miss because we all know that his ball playing ability from the back is key for Xabi Alonso, especially in those moments where they're getting pressed. They have no options. Finding that man to break the lines with his passes, Dean Huijsen is that guy. Or even that physical player that can just drive, going forward. Like his ball carrying is pretty good too. So that guy not being there is a miss for them because the likes of Rudiger and Raúl Asensio throughout this tournament, they've shown that they are, I don't know what's going on with them. They're just having really bum moments. They haven't been great at all. They're not great at all from what we've seen in the past from them. And Dean Huijsen was definitely a huge miss because he's not making that mistake that Rudiger made, because Dean Huijsen usually plays on the left. Rudiger had to play there now because Raul Asensio was playing on the right. And Raul Asensio, for that first goal, like I don't know what he was trying there. Like, he just took a missed touch, and then boom, Dembele took advantage of it. And then boom, they get the first goal from Fabian Ruiz. Maybe if Fabian didn't score that, or he hit it out or something, they probably would have gotten a penalty, because I'm pretty sure Courtois got his hands on Dembele. But such a stupid goal to give up the first one. The second one was even worse, because Rudiger, he just missed the ball. I don't know. I don't know if he got scared from Dembele running at him. The aura from Dembele just shook Rudiger, and he mishit the pass. And then in that situation, Dembele is going to take advantage of it all so easily. But like, it was honestly shocking, the mistakes that Real Madrid were making, and that definitely ruined the game plan for Real Madrid. I'm not going to deny that, but at the same time, not even putting up a fight after that, not fixing yourselves and waking yourselves up after that, was embarrassing to me. And I don't know if it's a matter of Xabi Alonso or the players. Did they just give up? Like, it was just underwhelming performance from Real Madrid from minute 1 to minute 90. It was so boring and so like uncreative. Nothing was. Like, the Real Madrid fans around me were just so disappointed. Like, none of them were even like motivated at all anymore, because they saw their own players gave up, so they pretty much gave up as well. It kind of sounds repetitive just giving so much praise to PSG, because they've already shown throughout all of last season and into this tournament that they are the best team in the world. They're such an incredible squad. They play as a unit. Everyone plays for the team. There's no individuals that only think of themselves. Like, there's some players in Real Madrid who we're going to talk about in a little bit, but I just gotta give these praise because it's the first time I ever like seen them play live, and watching them live is just a different thing, because when you are at the stadium, I was fucking burning. The sun was beaming. I was sweating like crazy on the stands. Imagine the players having to run throughout 90 minutes, especially Real Madrid players, especially when you're considering that the other team is just dominating you. You're just chasing the ball all game. Like, oh man, you gotta give them credit. Like, the one player I would give so much credit to in Real Madrid, who I just saw was gassed out. I'm like, this guy was trying to fight, but his teammates were not giving him anything. It was Valverde. That guy, he had to play right back, of course. I mean, he would have to go up against the likes of Kvaratskhelia, and Kvaratskhelia is, as much as Valverde had, some decent moments with Kvaratskhelia throughout a whole 90 minutes, it's a difficult match. It's a difficult matchup. Like, you're not going to put up a fight against him all throughout the whole game without any type of support. And there were moments where Valverde was just left alone against Kvaratskhelia. It's going to be a tricky game for sure. But besides that, he was stoked. He was just running, trying to put up a fight for the team, but none of his teammates were helping him at all. Like, everyone else would just like gave up at that point. Dembele, man. Like, I want to hate on Dembele so much because I already expressed that I loved Dembele at Barcelona. I always praised Dembele at Barcelona. I always wanted him to succeed at Barcelona, and the way that he left hurt me. For sure, it hurt me. But I'm never going to deny the player that he was and that he could have been if he continued to be, consistent, if injuries weren't a problem. Like, this guy, we've seen from a very young age, he had so much potential. And Luis Enrique has gotten the best out of him for sure. Like, I'm not going to repeat myself more and more about Dembele because we can give him so much praise for what he's done in the last year. But watching him live in this game, like, he was just pressing like a beast, always on it, not giving up, never stopped trying at all. Like, throughout the whole 90, even when they were 3-0 up, he will still fight and press every defender that Real Madrid had. Like, it was honestly like amazing to see. Kvaratskhelia, another guy. Kvaratskhelia is another guy who just runs for the team as well. When he loses the ball, he runs for it. If he needs to go help and defend, he does it. Like, he doesn't stay up there like other players from Real Madrid do. Like, it's honestly amazing. And Doué, what a baller, bro. He was just cooking Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia, who was apparently having a great tournament as well. But purple patches, you could say, because when you go up against a player like him, like Doué, and you get cooked like that, like, obviously it was all a purple patch, right? Who knows? We'll see how the season goes for sure. But their attackers are just incredible, and the defense from PSG as well. Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, bro. The way Nuno Mendes would just shimmy, like one shimmy and boom, he loses defenders so easily. Hakimi just overlapping runs for days. It's so technical as well. Makes 1-2 pass and he's gone. Like, these fullbacks are the best fullbacks in world football. Like, they're so difficult to stop, and man, PSG are just wow. Like, a lot of questions are they one of the best teams ever in history because of the way they play football so easily, how much they flow. Like, some people comparing it to Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. Like, he got into that point. I don't think it's to that point, but the conversations are there because this team is just wow. We thought Bacho was going to be a miss for PSG, but it just wasn't. Like, Berardo did an incredible job, but at the same time, It's not like Real Madrid were causing any danger up top, because Mbappe and Vinicius Jr., what are you guys doing? What is happening with them? How is Vini still playing football for Real Madrid? How is he still a starter? Like, is his name going to be the only reason why he still continues to start for Real Madrid every single match? It's because Vinicius Jr., he scored in that Champions League final. He scored in this Champions League final. Oh, he won this Champions League final. Oh, he won this. He's going to live in the past. His name is just going to be considered because of what he done in the past, which was great things for sure. You can give him credit for that every time. But we're talking about the present and the future. What he's doing right now is unacceptable. Unacceptable for a player that a lot of people consider him to be a great. If you're going to be a great, you have to be consistent. Messi and Ronaldo, as much as it's like so difficult to compare them to anyone, like it's unfair to compare anyone to these two players because they have been so consistent throughout their whole career. But if you want to be one of the greats, you have to be that consistent. Fight every game and put your best at every game. That's just how it is. That's how it is if you want to be considered one of the greats. Like, everyone was talking about Vinicius Jr. leaving to Saudi because of the contract they were offering him. And of course, he rejected it because he knew he was doing great things at Real Madrid. He already achieved some great things at Real Madrid. So, obviously, he stayed because he wanted to continue building his legacy. But you have to do it at such a consistent rate. It's difficult, but he is capable of doing it. But right now, he's not showing it at all. I don't know what is going on with him. He's putting stinker after stinker after stinker. I said in my preview video, this guy has not impressed me at all. The only game he had an impressive game in was against Salzburg. But besides that, he's put up stinkers. And when he goes up against more difficult sides, even worse, he disappears. Like in this game, he had no presence at all. When he got the ball, I wasn't even like entertained. I wasn't even like, something's going to happen. Nowhere near. Nowhere near. He makes one little sprint and then boom, goes backwards, passes back to someone else to do something, or he crosses it and nothing happens. Kylian Mbappe. Whew, man, another guy. This striker gimmick has to stop. Like, it just has to stop. Like, one thing I'm telling you right now, the way that Xabi Alonso is showing that he wants to play football so far, his fullbacks are very important. He wants to cross. He wants to be, have threats all over the pitch, especially with making dangerous balls inside the box. How is Kylian Mbappe going to deal with these kind of situations when he's not an aerial dominant player like the likes of Gonzalo Garcia has been showing throughout this tournament? How is he going to be that kind of fox in the box striker? You really expect this guy to just roam inside the box and wait for opportunities to go for him? Oh, but he scored 40 goals last season. Okay, but then you have to consider that there are going to be moments where he won't get these kind of goals because let's be honest, in the important games he didn't show up. Okay, he scored a hat-trick against Barcelona, but in the end it didn't mean anything, right? In the other important games, he didn't show up. He disappeared. Against Arsenal, what did he do? In the Champions League, he had stinkers after stinkers. He had a lot of bad games throughout his career so far with Real Madrid. But obviously, when he scores hat-trick against these smaller teams, when he scores more goals against these smaller teams, okay, it means nothing. Look, he had a great season. But I still don't see it. I still don't see how Mbappe is going to do amazing or incredible things as a striker. Because his goal scoring ability is amazing. Yeah, no one can deny that. But you can get so much more out of him, play him in his natural position, and you'll get even more from him. I would assume. Because if I were to keep one of the two, I'm keeping Kylian Mbappe. I'm just keeping him. Because I think in terms of finishing, he has better quality. I think in one-on-one situations, he's a little bit more trickier than Vini. I think Vini is very pace reliant. And I just think Mbappe is definitely more clutch. He's definitely more clutch. Vini has shown some clutch moments as well, but I think Mbappe is more clutch. But it's going to come down to who can be more consistent. Who can be more consistent throughout the season. And right now, they're both being bad, but I think Vini is worse. But at the same time, how little involvement they had throughout the game for such great players is embarrassing and unacceptable. It's so unacceptable. How they wouldn't even press. How they wouldn't even help and defend. Every time they lost the ball, they would just jog back, walk back. Like, all right, guys, get it back for me. I'll try again. Like, they're so in their heads of being such great players, which no one can deny because of what they've done. But they're so in their heads that they think that they don't deserve or they shouldn't even help out and defend. Help out their team. Press for them. Fight for them. Like, they're just up there like, oh, we're the star players. We're just here for the goals and assists. That's it. Like, it's unacceptable. Like, the only two players that are able to do that are Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Besides that, everyone else has to play. Everyone else has to run back. Jurgen Klopp is one of the greatest managers that we've seen throughout this generation, and he's one of them that said it as well. The only player that can run back or shouldn't run back, that doesn't have to run back, is Lionel Messi. None of these two are Lionel Messi. They're not at that level. Even with Ronaldo, they're not at that level yet. They're nowhere near that level. At this point of their career, how it's going, they'll never reach that level, honestly. But they're not at that level to think that they're that important, that they shouldn't be helping their team. It's unacceptable, and Xabi Alonso has to do something ASAP. ASAP. Because I've already given credit to Xabi Alonso for what he's done so far throughout this tournament with Real Madrid. He's improved them for sure. No one can deny that there's some improvements with Real Madrid. There's a more of a system now. We see more of how they want to approach against teams. They're more progressive. I said it in my last video. I give him credit for that. But one thing's for certain, he needs to learn how to be a great manager. And Real Madrid is the team to learn how to be that manager. All of the best managers of all time have done it. When we think of the top three, Pep Guardiola, Ferguson, Jose Mourinho, they've all done it. They've all told players, if you don't want to play how I want to play, if you don't want to fight for the team, you're out. You're done. If you don't want to focus on the team's benefit rather than your own personal benefit, you're done. You're out. Bye. Bye. They've all done it. So if he wants to reach that kind of level, he needs to learn how to do it too. He needs to learn how to do it. Vini putting up stickers consistently, like he's already shown that he has confidence in telling the players, you're not playing good, get out. He's already shown him, taking out Bellingham earlier, not playing him the whole 90 minutes, not playing Vini the whole 90 minutes. That's good. That's a good start. But now you have to get to the level where if they're playing bad consistently, week after week, game after game, don't even start them. Don't even start them. Because you're clearly showing a message to the other young players who want to have these opportunities that, hey, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get the opportunities because their name is Vinicius Jr. Kylian Mbappe. Their name is Jude Bellingham. Their name is this, that. Because they've done it in the past, so sorry, I have to start them no matter what. Because their name mean more than the club. Their names mean more than the actual team's benefit. It can't be like that. It cannot work like that, or they're going to fail. He'll fail before the season even starts. He needs to learn how to manage these egos, especially with these great players. They're great players, no one can deny that, but he needs to know how to manage them well. Knows how to tell them, get them out their cloud and bring them down to ground level with the rest of the team who are willing to fight and die for their crest, for the team, for their teammates. That's just how it is. If they continue to focus on one player, they're going to fail. They're going to fail. PSG are a clear example of this. PSG are a clear example of only focusing on one player and failing year after year after year. Throughout these last couple of years, who was their main focus? Who was the main guy they gave it all for? Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe, they died for him. They gave him everything he wanted. They gave him every decision throughout the club. They gave him endless amount of money. And look what it led to them. The ultimate success that they've been dying for, fiending for, which was the Champions League, and they were never successful with him. Never. The Champions League final that they got to wasn't on their star player that they were thinking who was going to carry them to that place. It was Neymar. Neymar was the reason they got to the final. Neymar was the reason they looked so good. Not Kylian Mbappe. He scored the goals. Yeah, he scored goals. But it wasn't as great as what Neymar was doing for them. Now, he's finally left them. Kylian Mbappe is finally left because he wanted to supposedly, be that great player, play for that great team, finally win the Champions League, finally win the Ballon d'Or playing for Real Madrid. Because of the history of Real Madrid, what they were doing before he even joined them, especially the year before he joined them, like they were successful for sure. He goes and joins them and tells PSG, F you, F off, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This club is not good for me anymore. It's not good for me. I'm just too good for you guys. You guys can't do it for me. Yeah, it's done. I'm out. And PSG like, all right. They were definitely disappointed. PSG fans were definitely disappointed. The club was definitely disappointed because Kylian Mbappe, we can't deny how much of a great player he is. He's a great player, 100%. But PSG, they're like, all right, we're moving on. Luis Enrique was like, all right, we're moving on. We're gonna fix things. I'm gonna make sure that this team focuses on the team. We're not gonna focus on individuals here. Dembele joins them, and look at the team they become. Look at the team they became. Like such a unit team that they won the Champions League. In the first year Kylian Mbappe left them. The first year. In the first game they come back to play against their own teammate, against their old player that was their star player who they gave it all for, and they humiliated him. They destroyed them, and they showed you, hey, we didn't need you, bro. We did not need you. You needed us more than we needed you. Wow. It's honestly, like right now how it's looking like, it's really embarrassing for Real Madrid and for the team. for the team, for the players. Like, it's very embarrassing, and this could be shown as a message for the Madrid team, for the Madrid fans. Hey, they needed this. They needed this as a wake-up call, because Xabi Alonso, I liked his post-interview. Like, he was very self-critical. He definitely, criticized the mistakes of the team, and they criticized the mistakes that he made. Like, one of them was starting 3 attackers up top. Like, he was very self-critical, and I give him so much props for that, like, towards the end of the game, I saw that he basically gave up, like, bringing in Carvajal, Militao, Luka Modric, Luka Vasquez, like, not keeping Rodrigo on the bench throughout the whole game, which basically is meaning, like, they don't want him anymore, because not even bringing him in when you're down is pretty shocking. But towards the end of the game, like, when PSG started making their changes as well, like, PSG gave up, like, stopped trying, and then Real Madrid just want to do, like, damage limitations at that point. They didn't want to concede, like, 5, 6, 7, which is understandable for sure. But yeah, what a game it was. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Like, again, I wanted to see a fight. I wanted to see Real Madrid put up a fight. But again, maybe the likes of Dean Hoyt and Trent not being there definitely affected Xabi Alonso and his game plan for sure. Maybe Trent more, because Trent definitely offers a lot more in the final third. Federico Valverde just had to defend a lot more in that game, considering how dominant PSG were. So him going forward wasn't much of a impact. Maybe Trent being there could have been more, because Federico Valverde would have been in the midfield. He would have been that runner. He would have been more aggressive on the midfield, not allowing them to play their way. Maybe, who knows? But Real Madrid got a lot of things wrong in that game. They got a lot of things wrong. Courtois said it best as well. They didn't play the way that Xabi Alonso wanted them to play, and then PSG just dominated. But PSG, again, their press, their style of football, how easy they flow from left to right, they just make it look so easy. But like, watching that game live just showed me like why I never had a chance for sure. And but yeah, I enjoyed watching it though. I enjoy watching it a lot more for sure. But yeah, what a game for PSG. They're on to the final. Now they will face Chelsea, and we'll see how that final goes. Honestly, like, a lot of people are already putting PSG as the winners, to be honest, because Chelsea do have a, good talents all around, but yeah, like, this PSG side is just like, it's just too much. I think it's going to be just too much. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll see a fight there, because these things happen in football. They'll beat a great team, and then they lose to a team that's a little bit below them. Who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought about the video. What do you guys thought about the game? Who was your man of the match? The man of the match went down to Fabian Ruiz, but I would maybe give it to a slight to Vitinha or Ousmane Dembele did great too. Everyone did great. But I'll give it to Vitinha. I thought he was incredible. He was just amazing out there. But yeah, let me know who you thought your man of the match was, what you guys thought about the game. How is it looking like for Real Madrid? Do you think Xabi Alonso can make these changes? Because he definitely has to make these changes early on before his season gets affected. If he isn't able to change these egos, he has to change it very early on. So do you think he's able and capable of doing these changes, or will he just be, left in the mud and his players just F him over and he'll get sacked? Who knows? We'll see how football goes, because football is very reactionary, so a lot of things can change very, very quickly. But yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, favorite, hit the notification bell for every time we upload. Share to your friends that love football, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Whenever that is, much love, take care, and